Okay, hello everybody. Welcome, welcome, welcome. And wow, I am so not used to logging in at this time because I'm usually still at work. So I've actually never seen my server this busy. um, but yeah, hello, welcome in. And let's kind of get started. Yesterday we kind of left off in the middle of MSQ where I was kind of out in the middle of nowhere, and I kind of realized that something's up with my screen. My aspect ratio is a little off today. Give me just a second to fix this. I think I went into full screen mode when I usually played on borderless window. Yes, there we go. But yeah, like I was saying, we kind of stopped in the middle of MSQ because I had to go, go to bed for work. Today, I got off work a little bit early, so we're going to play a little bit. I do have to get going in a few hours, because I'm going out to dinner with a friend, and we have a little meetup that we're going to afterwards, and I will be probably back on like later in the evening, for me at least. So I'll be back probably like sometime after 9 p.m. KST. So we'll see what happens there. But we're gonna just continue with MSQ and job quests, and just try and get as far as we can. So yeah. Okay, the recommendations list displays quests or duties currently available in your area. Highlighting an item in the list will display further information regarding the duties such as location. Recommendations are helpful for finding quick kill and experience, or simply confirming if there are any quests or hunting log targets in the area. It is so busy. You know, since I'm here, I'm probably going to turn in my job quest first. And then see if I can pick up a new one. Also, yesterday we had a little bit of an issue at the end where my follower alerts were not showing up and weren't playing, and I actually don't know if that has something to do with me streaming from Korea because of like Twitch services pulling out of here, or if it's something that I need to fix, because I did run another test for the notifications and it worked. The test worked. It played on my screen. I just don't know what happened when I was live, so we'll have to kind of work around it for now. So hopefully I don't miss any followers and anything. Welcome back, Daiki. How did it feel to conquer such ferocious foes? Let us ride that wave of triumph on to an even more demanding and dangerous challenge. Your next training exercise will have you accompanying Foreseer Thalia on one of her inspections. The experience will afford you the opportunity to witness firsthand the practical application of Arcanum. Pray do not tarry. Sorry, Clea awaits you on the floor below with further details. Downstairs. Also, before we forget, we always have cards out. Did I miss? That hurts. A timely appearance as expected. Shall we proceed directly to the job at hand? I have been tasked with examining the wares of a goblin peddler caravan run by the Boylstocks family. Our agents suspect these beastmen merchants of dealing in forbidden goods. As such, I have calculated that announcing an inspection has a 60% chance of inviting physical violence. I have prepared a strategy to respond to this possible shift into hostilities, but there is an important precondition you should be made aware of before we discuss the finer points of my plan. Although I am considered gifted in the formation of tactics, I lack the reflexes and coordination necessary to employ many of those same strategies on the field of battle. Pray keep this factor in mind and adjust your perceptions accordingly. Now, should the goblins offer battle, you are to execute combat pattern 1345, otherwise known as stratagem focused fire. You and your carbuncle will concentrate your attacks on a single foe, and one by one the enemy will wither under the combined onslaught. Probability of victory, 95%. Reports place the peddlers in the vicinity of the cook pot in Middle Lenacia. I will depart immediately to assess the situation. Seek me out once you arrive. Okay. So. I think I attuned to that crystal. I could teleport if I wanted to, but I have I think I'll just go. Where are the stairs going up? I think I'll go to Middle Lenacia first and then continue with main story quest afterwards. And then straight. Oh, I thought that was my Kirby for a second, and it's not. Okay. Oh, can I climb up this? Nice. Should probably take the road to avoid any mishap with maybe getting stuck in the water. Okay. Often food that I was kindly given yesterday by a friend. Keep my experience gain up. Okay, Kalia. Okay, duty calls commence battle for tactical planning. Level sync to level 14. Okay. Oh, I'm level 17. Yikes, I'm a little over level for my job quest already. Gotta keep up with the job quest. I am Forseer Kalia of Emil Van's Gate. You are to cease all transactions and surrender your goods for inspection. Nasty sneaky peekers. Gobby spit up Uplander nosy eyes on stabby iron. A predictably aggressive response. Very well, Daigi. Remember what we discussed. Oh my gosh, hang on. My keybinds are off again. Sorry, my MMO mouse gets disconnected every single time that I restart the game. So we're gonna have to click through our skills for a little bit. Wait, am I also not on legacy movement? Where are they? Done. Okay. Hang on, give me just a second. I have to connect my mouse back to my game. Okay, I think it's connected now. Yeah, okay. Oh, that's so much better. Oops. Okay. Nicely done. Adaptation, improvisation. I might have been observing our beloved guildmaster himself in action. This was the perfect example of how the strategy for a given task should be tailored to the abilities of the assessor. In other words, before you begin formulating your tactics, it is necessary to fully understand your own strengths and weaknesses. On that note, there is another question I would ask you. When it comes to improving the probable success of a strategy, do you consider it more effective to concentrate on playing to your strengths or shoring up your weaknesses? enhancing my strength. Oh, again, you respond as the guildmaster once did. I must revise the probability for your potential to attain greatness to 97%. You are one to keep an eye on, that much is certain. But to return to the subject of battle plans, your calculations must include an accurate assessment of your available techniques and their relative effectiveness. This requires you to be critically aware of your own limits, the limits of your allies, and the characteristics of your enemies. I believe that covers everything for today. Please return to the guild and make your report to Mistress Luberting. Until next we meet. I shall abide here until the Yellow Jackets arrive to take the peddlers into custody. My strategies will keep me company. Cool. Okay, I think before we go back, why? Why am I unable to open the map? In order to get your ability to handle various field leaves, CS offers. Swig's skiff requires that you carry out a preliminary task. Complete travel guild, the trial guild. The guild leaves are means by which the adventurers guild organizes and assigns the various classes. Oh, hang on. I think I know. What was it? Where did I? Okay, we left off in Western Lonosia. So I'm assuming that I need to go back over there in order to start the leave quest. There's gonna be a lot of walking, as is normal for ARR experience, I guess. I'm gonna avoid the fate I did yesterday. Just keep running. Don't necessarily need to avoid the wild jackals, but they're just kind of annoying to deal with right now. So we're just gonna keep running. Where? Go pull this out. Initiate. Your home point is not set to an aetheryte in this area. If you return to your current home point at any time during the leave quest, you will automatically abandon the duty. Okay. Leave quest difficulty. When you initiate a leave quest, you will be able or will be given the opportunity to adjust its difficulty. The greater the difficulty setting, the higher the level target enemies will be. Difficulty also affects completion rewards. Leave quest difficulty can be lowered at any time during the course of the duty by selecting the quest name in the duty list and selecting difficulty. Please note that the leave quest difficulty cannot be raised once the duty has been initiated. Okay. Yeah, we'll do max level. Changing classes during the course of this duty or using a class above the recommended level may reduce the amount of experience awarded upon completion. Okay. Once you have initiated a leaf quest, the location of your quest objectives will be displayed on the mini-map. Leaf quest targets can also be identified by the distinguishing icon above their names. During a leaf quest, the duty list is replaced with information regarding quest objectives, leave difficulty, time remaining, and more. Rewards are only granted to those who complete all the objectives listed within the allotted time. Understood. Okay, when all leave quest objectives have been completed, you will be given the opportunity to return immediately to the issuing leave mate and collect your reward. You seem to have had little trouble, lass. Here's the reward for your efforts. A bonus has been awarded based on difficulty, speed of completion. Nice. I reckon you'll do just fine with the rest of your jobs. And there's always plenty to do here at Swift Perch. What with all the rebuilding and such, be sure to make yourself useful. Because you're ready to join a guild test. By the by, a sturdy adventurer like yourself might want to look into Guild Hess. Have a word with Battle Warden Tiroro. She'll give you the details. Don't you fret now, lass. I'll set her straight if she has any doubts as to your ability. Okay. Only place this with first. That don't mean there ain't work to be done. Should we just deal with few leave quests or continue on? You know, I'm just gonna sidetrack for a bit and we'll just do as many as we can right now. Can I set them all? Yes. One out here. But first, let's up to Tiroro. Word travels quickly here in Swift Perch. Here to learn about guild hess, are we? What's a guild hess? Why, it's a behest issue by the Adventurers Guild. Savvy? When a certain task brought to the attention of the guild is a little too grand for a leave, but not grand enough for grand company involvement, they're deemed guild hess and sent to yours truly. But don't let the lack of grandeur fool you. The tasks are anything but simple. Most take place in tight quarters and all require precision teamwork twixt you and your battle mates. And so, what do you get in return for placing your neck on the Loppin block? Besides a beam and grin from Battle Warden Tiro, fame, fortune, the usual. So I presume you'll be joining our next operation. Yes, and I'm gonna just beakers. Duty Finder unlocked. Guild Hess now available. Duty Finder's been upgraded with a new regular duty. You have unlocked the Duty Finder. This feature allows you to undertake multiple duties without having to form a party on your own. To bring up the Duty Finder interface, select Duty Finder under Duty from the main menu. Guild House are special operations organized by adventurers guilds and overseen by NPCs known as Battle Wardens. Speaking with a Battle Warden displays a list of all guild houses currently available. Please note, however, that each operation has conditions such as level or class that must be met by all party members before the duty can be commenced. Okay. As at first, you may find that only a limited number of guild houses are accessible, but do not worry, as you progress in level, that number will grow. Guild houses can also be accessed via the Duty Finder, removing the hassle of having to try and gather a party. Okay. Battle Warden Tiro at your service, or should I say you'll be at my service if you agree to join one of our guild houses. Duty Finder allows you to challenge dungeons and other duties with a party of other members. You may have access. You may access it via the duty or by choosing appropriate options. Okay. Enter dungeons and other duties via the Duty Finder by choosing your desired duty, then selecting Join. You will then be automatically matched with compatible players destined for the same duty. You may register for up to 5 duties at one time. Duties marked by a lock symbol require certain conditions to be met before becoming accessible. Duty status. When you register for a duty, it will appear along with an icon in your duty list. You may check duty status, including matching progress and approximate waiting times, by selecting this entry. Once you have been successfully matched with other players, a prompt window indicated by a notification sound will appear. Begin duty by selecting Commence. Please note that if you do not commence duty within the time limit, your registration will be automatically withdrawn and you must start the process over. What's next? Over the course of your adventures, the number of duties available to you will gradually increase. Many duties can be cleared via both the Duty Finder and duty support systems, so it's worth familiarizing yourself with both. You may also re-challenge previously cleared dungeons by accessing Duty Finder or duty support via duty in the main menu. Okay. Basic training enemy parties. This battle exercise will test your ability to manage multiple parties of enemies. Learn to draw single targets from groups using ranged attacks and engage them in locations far out of lines of sight of other creatures. I don't really want to do this right now. We'll come back to the guild house and we'll do these first. A pair of troublemaking imps have disguised themselves as lightning sprites and taken to literally shocking innocent travelers along the Deneville West Road. The Yellow Jackets seek volunteers to locate the imps and slay them. This can be accomplished by first collecting pollen clusters from local roselings and then sprinkling the irritant on suspicious-looking sprites. Oh! Use the specific item to reveal the true identity. What item? Did I get an item? Oh. Never mind. So what now? raid in the middle of all this. Okay, collect matters. You have discovered a wanted target. While not necessary to complete the lead objectives, defeating the enemy will earn you a portion of the bounty placed on it. However, for these targets are usually quite powerful. How do I use the pollen clusters on the... Hang on. Oh my god, do I have to click on these? Oops. Wait. Did I accidentally not use the pollen cluster? Well, I'll just run from the fact that collect reward. If you're lick that word, let me ready your coin now so you can be on your way. But not before you take this bounty. I saw what you did up there in the wanted character. Not played, were you? Next one. North and South Tide Gate serve to protect the central and eastern parts of Wanosia from the Sahagin and their mindless servants, the Serpent Reavers. So it is imperative that the outposts are well supplied. Caravans delivering rations and material traverse the Deneville West Road daily, but only a fraction of the birds ever arrive due to frequent ambushes. The Yellow Jackets have already bolstered their presence at several checkpoints along the route, but require the aid of adventurers to patrol the area they cannot cover. Okay. Defeat all the targets in the location. What's my enemy versus... Oh. With all these fates going around, it's so hard to see. Oop. We'll not go back until we complete the next one. So that we can just connect with them all at once. Believe it or not, the area around Swiftpurse was once covered with golden suns that reached as far as the eye could see. The calamity, however, put an end to that, claiming the lives of the men and women who tended the land. With no one to till the fields, they were quickly reclaimed by nature's firm grasp. The remaining residents of Swiftpurse still dream of a day when the fields run gold again, and a few of us are working to see that dream realized. We have already begun to clear away trees and rocks, but when it comes to the wild dodos, which now live on the old farms, we are helpless, and we must request the aid of adventurers. We don't ask that you slay the beast, but merely take their eggs, so this generation is their last. Okay. Take the eggs. Am I expected not to kill any of them at all? Back for that pig. Okay, and lastly, this over here. Ever since Wawalako began posting each puller's daily catch count on the guild wall, the competition to be number one has become brutal, to the point that some pullers are even resorting to thievery and sabotage. I, on the other hand, have opted to use my boundless witch to get ahead. My plan is to toss the cores of lightning sprites into the sea, and then simply scoop up the stunned fish as they float to the top. Brilliant, wouldn't you say? Now all I need are a few fresh cores, and I'm ready to pay top gill for them. Oops. Oh shoot. I started streaming this like a home. Yeah, I did. Dude, why can I not find these cores? Okay, I don't know. Did I get the last core? I didn't get the last core. Jeez. Yo, the leaf questing though. Yeah. I just picked up all the ones that are available just to do them. Oops. Bro, how many? Oops. Oh, no. Cancel. I pulled one that wasn't part of my league. Always. You haven't done one in years. I need monies, you know? Gotta get my money up. Also, how many freaking lightning sprites do I have to freaking kill so that I can finish this leave? Oh no. I know. I can turn them all in. Okay, I've done all of them. Isn't there like an achievement for doing them? Or did I just do them for no reason? Okay. Guild house. Do I don't have to do this either, do I? But hey. Why not? I don't think I want to. Yeah. Oh my god. Where are we pulling to, Tank? find his wife for a first timer, here's your well-earned coin. I've cost a little something extra. Just want the deal so that you're not consider coming back. A bonus has been added to your local player bonuses and arguments for the first time. An additional bonus has been added for your party completing the operation without suffering a single KO. Okay, if you successfully complete all Guild has objectives in the time allotted, you will be eligible for rewards. Speak with the Battle Warden or the operation to collect it. If your party can complete the objectives without suffering a single casualty, you will be awarded a special bonus. Yeah. Player recommendation is a system where you can commend a party member who left a positive impression upon you in the course of the game. Honestly, I've commended it. Upon the conclusion of its duty, the player commendation button will appear in the bottom right of the screen. Selecting it will bring up an interface where you can commend a player. Please note that commendations cannot be given to those who were in your party at the time of the registration. Commendations can be accumulated over time. By receiving a certain amount, you will unlock achievements that grant special rewards. It pays to play nice. Okay. So, done with that. Let's see. I will make my way out to my MSQ quest and continue on and see how far I can get until I have to go back for job quest. While participating in guild tests, you may notice areas that are colored differently than the surrounding landscape. This color is to warn players that stepping into the hazardous zones will trigger new enemies to appear. Take care when passing by. Once you've commenced a guild test, the operations objectives and the time remaining to complete them will appear in the duty list. Hints helpful to completing the guild test objectives will sometimes appear on screen. These hints will also be added to the duty list after being displayed. If you are unable to complete the objectives within the allotted time, the guild house will be deemed a failure. Limit breaks are powerful actions, which are only available to parties of 4 or more members. The actions can be executed when the party's limit gauge is full. Gauge is located directly above the party list. Actually, you know what? Before I go over, I'll just go out there. Because I thought it was near the other aided vessel, but it's not. Why can I not use that? On space. You say a yellow jacket sent you here, eh? My light's grown dim, has it? Well, of course it bloody has. The bomb that fuels me furnace has up and buggered off, you see. If I don't get that beacon fixed up soon, there'll be trouble on the water. I know you're just a messenger, lass, but I can tell a venturer when I see one. I'm going to need you to chase down that bomb and bring back a claw, what you ripped from its smoldering corpse. Take this here iron brazier and set her down in the middle of the flock, somewhere near the scarecrow, I'd say. You get a nice fire going, and that frisky bomb will soon be about. Watch you don't singe your eyebrows less. Yeah, items can be used on targets by first right-clicking on the target, then right-clicking the appropriate icon from the key items window and selecting use. I just put it on my. Set the iron bracelet. Am I blind? Mega Lotion. Food. Ram horn. Shell. Implant. I'm so blind. Or you know what? Whatever. Ah. Not in my inventory. Okay. Light the brazier and obtain a bomb compound. Light it. And then back to it. All you need to do is take down that runaway bomb and bring me one of these little bombs. That's it. There you go. Ah, you got the ashy bastard, did she? Well, once I put this little firecracker in the furnace, that should keep things running for a while. I had myself a bit of a look while you was gone, and Lim Lane cursed me if the furnace weren't all bent and broken. Small wonder the bloody bomb was able to escape. I patched things up as best as I could, but I ain't no smithy. You might want to have a chat with that yellow jacket friend of yours in Swift Perch and have him pass the word back to someone in Limsa. Go around the enemies. The furnace is damaged, is it? Very well, I shall write up the relevant reports, but these repairs must needs be effected without delay. It seems I have another favor to ask of you, adventurer. Take yourself straight away to the Armorer's Guild in Limsa and explain the situation to Forge Master Hananza. Let me just check and see if there's other things that I can do here. Battle exercise or chest here. Is there... There's a reason to completing these guild tests, no? When using the duty roulette, you will be assigned a random duty from among those you have unlocked. In return for leaving your destination in the hands of fate, you will receive enhanced rewards. Not really anymore? Furthermore, you should happen to be an adventurer in need. That is to say, your role is in short supply, you will receive an additional bonus. Well, if there's no reason doing it, then I won't do it. And return to Limsa we go. You get a little bit of XP in guild, but it's more efficient to just do MSQ. Okay. I thought, like, in the past, didn't it used to unlock something else, though? Or am I just confused? Back from the field, Becky. Leah contacted me with a summary of events. It seems you were treated to a lecture on knowing thyself. A particular lesson is ordinarily taught only to the intermediate practitioners. Without a sufficient store of combat experience from which to draw, it is difficult to fully appreciate the profundity of such a seemingly simple truth. Nevertheless, I feel confident that you will soon be ready for a more ambitious assignment. Keep to your studies and maintain the razor edge of your mind. One last thing, Taigi. Considering the dedication you have shown towards our discipline, I have decided to permit you leave to explore the teachings offered by other guilds. I would suggest, however, that you first master the science of Arcanima. The strategic training you receive here will serve you well no matter the path you eventually choose to walk. Return to me when your reason tells you the time is right. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock the other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guild. There exists myriad disciplines in Eorzea that adventurers can take up. For the most rewarding experience, however, it is recommended that you first focus on mastering your current class. Unlocking classes. You now have access to the armory system. Quests to unlock other classes can be undertaken by speaking to the receptionist in the corresponding guilds. It should be noted that in addition to martial classes, you may choose to become a disciple of the hand who synthesizes items from on-hand materials, or disciple of the land, one who harvests resources from the field. Mastering more than one class is the first step to becoming a well-rounded adventurer. I unlock crafting. Acting guildmaster Thufashim wishes to inform you of important tasks. You seem tired, Darky. Are you sleeping properly? One's reasoning can suffer without sufficient rest and recuperation. Should you deem yourself fit for duty, pray make your way down to the practice floor. Corsair Kalia has requested you accompany her on another official inspection. There is, however, a requirement for your participation. The Forseer will explain the situation. It gives you a title if you care about that. I don't. At least not yet, I guess. Downstairs again? Also, I haven't logged on to my server during prime hours, I guess, and when I logged in today, I was like, oh, there's actually people on the server. Because I play in off hours. I was beginning to think I'd miscalculated, Becky. Thank you for coming. I'll soon be boarding a trading vessel suspected of smuggling. All merchant ships that make use of Limsa ports are subjected to inspection by Mulvan's gate assessors. It is a routine I perform daily. In the case of smugglers, however, there is a 75% probability of encountering resistance. Thus, I would appreciate your company during this assignment. It is now that we must discuss the requirement of which you were informed. Though I have full confidence in your martial expertise, it is imperative that you first acquire the ability to summon Topaz Carbuncle. Such knowledge will be released to you contingent on your acceptance of this duty. Very good. The arcane entity given form by the Topaz geometry will further expand your offensive capabilities. With such an ally at your command, even the harshest enemies will falter before you. Indeed, we could not conduct these dangerous spot inspections without its support. Please return to Mistress Dubergine and inform her of your participation. I will join you once I have completed some final adjustments to my tactical formulae. I need shoes, shoes and hands. Shoes and hands. I hate this hat. You have agreed to accompany the Forseer, then I shall gladly instruct you in the use of Topaz Carbuncle. Pray do not hesitate to employ this entity in combat should the inspection turn sour. Action learned. Summon Topaz. Okay, hang on. I need to redo everything again. Have to test out skills and abilities as we go so that I can see if I like where to place them. And of course, it's probably gonna get rearranged again once I get my jobs done. So for now, I think that'll do. Acting guildmaster through regime is waiting. Acting guildmaster is awaiting the arrival of the inspection. Oh, let's put that. Yeah. The mercenaries, Gisfrin and Ersthada are here to assist with the inspection. Both are old hands when it comes to escorting Leah during her more dangerous duties. Well met, Thayogi. My spells are at your disposal. This won't be the first time we're expecting trouble, but as long as we follow the Foreseer's tactics and keep a clear head, we'll come through just fine. The Morning Star is preparing to dock in Aleport. We will meet our first challenge, however, before we even board the vessel. It is almost a certainty that the merchant ship has hired a thug or two to accost us at the pier. I calculate the probability at 98%. The crew wish to avoid attacking us on deck, you see, as that would all but trumpet their criminal intentions to the world at large. Now, once we do manage to clear the rails, we will face a deck crowded with armed sailors. For a small party such as ours, the most effective strategy will be to incapacitate individual foes as swiftly as possible. Each opponent we down is one less weapon raised against us. It is imperative that we do not allow ourselves to become tangled in multiple drawn-out skirmishes lest we be overwhelmed. I call this stratagem hammerfall. Strategy is a tool used to manipulate one's situation into the desired reality. Keep those words in mind, Daiki. It is time we departed. Let us regroup before the main gates of the airport. Sound a hammer bring you in from the street, did it last? It's well that you find the didn't in it's well that you find the didn't invite in, for the Armorer's Guild is not the place for quiet reverie. If the clangor of metal striking metal is music to your ears, mayhap you've the spirit of a shipwright. Are you of a mind to join our guild? Take it from me, lass. There's no greater joy than working shapeless lumps of iron into a shining breastplate with your own hands. What say you then? You know what? Sure. We'll just take all of the jobs. Well said, lass. Now we should cover a bit of guild history before forging ahead with the formalities. Armorer's craft is an offshoot of blacksmithing. Time was when armorers and smithies were one and the same. As the years trickled by, the techniques for working sheet metal into armor plates became a specialized trade, and the smithies who showed uncommon skill and passion for this trade earned themselves the title of armorer. Now, as you can probably imagine, the skills necessary for making armor are also needed for shipbuilding. But building ships is a bit harder than knocking out simple helms, which led those armorers who were good enough to work on boats to claim the title of shipwright. Of course, it was one thing calling armorers blacksmiths and shipwrights armorers, but it was quite another calling shipwrights blacksmiths, because building a ship and making a hatchet couldn't be more different. It seemed as though a line needed drawn, and seeing as how Limsa Lominsa was built on the strength of her navy, you can imagine why the armorers chose to cut their ties with the smithies and establish a guild of their own. As for the smithies, well, the whole notion of independent armorers guild never did sit well with them, and there's been a fair old rivalry between our two factions ever since, always trying to outdo each other we are. Which is why we're ever on the lookout for new talent to help us keep the smithy bastards in their place. All you need to do is impress the Forge Master, and we can start you on your training. Be warned, Forge Master Hananza's tongue could strip the scales off of fish back at 40 paces. Saying that, you won't find a fairer mistress this side of the strait, Murlthor. Let me know when you've mustered up the courage to speak to her, and I'll see to the rest. Unless you're blind and deaf, I presume you've wandered into our forge of your own accord, drawn by the siren song of our smithy's hammers, no doubt. In these hollowed halls, Limsa's finest proud metal into all manner of tools and weapons. And when I say Limsa's, I mean the whole bloody realms. Make no mistake, you need more than a big arm to join our ranks. If you got iron in your veins and the builder's blessing, speak up. Well, you're not short on confidence, but do you truly know what you're getting yourself into here, lass? Ours is a trade born of blood and brine. For as long as pirates have sailed the Rotano, smithies have forged the weapons and fitted out their ships from keel to cannon. Of course, till sea swallows all ain't just an idle saying. Brine'll eat through even the stoutest iron given time, and our forebears long struggled to forge more rust-resilient alloys. Lucky for us, the smithies of Elds were a determined bunch, and clever too. So when they learned that the kobolds knew something of advanced metallurgy, the smithies set out to make it their own. Thanks to the kobolds' wisdom, which they generously gifted us with only the merest hint of piratey prompting, Lominson Smithin came on leaps and bounds. It wasn't long before the Gridanians and Oldans started eyeing our knowledge like we did the kobolds, though. And so, some 150 odd years ago, two particularly forward-thinking men named Theor Naldik and Bryce Vimeli had the brightest idea of establishing a respectable business. Being fair-minded fellows, they sell their wares to anyone who had the coin. pirates and foreigners included. And when folks weren't inclined to pay, they made sure to remind them that we hadn't completely forsaken our pirate ways. Times have changed though, and we're a wee bit more willing to share our wisdom these days. The company's been running the blacksmiths and armorers guild for years now, welcoming any soul with the necessary talent and will to work. As to whether you've got enough of either, well, that's for the Forge Master to decide. Speak to me when you're ready to present yourself to him. You know what? Wait, no. We'll come back for that. Hananza, the guildmaster. The furnace in the brewer's beacon needs repairs. Fire God's beard. I just sent someone out to tinker with it not a week past. Mayhap the bomb Kanzus had trapped in there was a touch too volatile. I'll have an artisan visit the lighthouse and pay special attention to reinforcing the casing of that furnace. Your work here is done, adventurer. May the navigator guide you on your journeys. I already have that. 280. Okay. Forge Master Hanan's as head of Nardik, and Vimelis wants you to assist with the workload over at the Bora Bay Dry Docks. What say you to taking on some work from Nardik and Vimelis? We've a great hulking warship to build and could certainly use an extra hand for any number of tasks. For your first job, I need you to run this missive over to Athram, the head shipwright at the Moore Bay Dry Docks. We forge most of the ship's bits and pieces here at the Armorers Guild, but the actual construction takes place at the docks found in the south of Lower Lenosia. That's also where you'll find the main offices of Nazik and Vimelis. The Moore Bay Docks is one of Limsa Limitsa's most important districts, at least as far as I'm concerned. And I'm sure you'll not regret attuning yourself to the area's aetherage. If you've no confidence in your sense of direction, you'd be best served making use of the chocobo porters. First floor of the mezzenmast, in case you were wondering. Should you choose to make the trek on your own 2 feet, leave the city through the Tempest Gate and follow the road south. May the navigator guide your steps. Tempest. Okay, there's that one there, and we're in 2 different places. I think I'll just teleport to Swift Perch. And then attune myself to the crystal there when I do my job quest, and then head back into MSQ. Just another day of endless walking. Grab crystal first, then to chop us. And I bet I'll have to come back out here again. So we will set this one as one of our favorites for now. Oh, I still have plenty of, or I never had 3 full favorite levels. Okay, never mind, even better. There are leaves out. Leah, let us be about our task. Daige, pray inform the steersman at the pier that we are ready to conduct our inspection. Should violence be offered, you are to execute stratagem Hammerfall. Do not forget your tactics are both your shield and your weapon. You're with the folks from Mealvan's Gate? Hells. I knew there'd be trouble. Well then, I'm certainly glad to see you handled yourself. You'll find the landing boat just down there at the end of this ramp. I'll have no part of what comes next, though. Deftly handled, Larky. Once again, I am reminded of our guildmaster. Thanks to your efficient response, we'll be able to commence this inspection earlier than I had calculated. We shall board the merchant vessel out in the bay. Ersthara, if you would take the rudder, the morning star awaits. Hello, where's my audio? Okay, there we go. Since the welcoming party at the pier failed to deter us, I expect, with a probability of 85%, that our arrival will incite further belligerence. Our objective, however, is not to trade blows but to gain access to the hold. It may behoove us to employ stratagem hardhead. The aim of our opponents is to buy time so that suspect goods may be tossed into the ocean. I do not intend to give them that time. We will pull our way towards the cargo hold as quickly as we can. It is a tactic fraught with risk, but one that your presence makes possible. Shall we begin? I am Foreseer Kalia. By the authority of Mealvan's Gate, I request that you surrender your goods for assessment. Well, now your timing couldn't be worse, lass. The old door's all rusted up, you see. What do you think won't open? You'll have to come back another day after we've fixed the hinges. I will see that cargo now. Any vessel entering a port of Limsala Minza is bound by law to submit to a routine inspection. The law, is it? Lads, I reckon it's time our guest at himself a little accident. Pitch him over the side. Watch little mini me pitch you over the side. A masterful display, Darky. Now we can finally gain access to the cargo. Oof. What have we here, then? It's one of the bitch admiral's lapdogs scampering about me ship. You're just like your mistress, always sticking your nose in where it ain't invited. No, it can't be. Huh, recognize me pretty face, did ye? But you were caught, exiled. Forseer, are you hurt? Can you stand? What a delay in helping your Forseer. Stay back. You stay away from me. Forseer, please calm down. What are your orders? I've had enough of your whimpering, and I've certainly had enough of these bloody books. It's clear you ain't learning anything from them. Reckon it's time you got a different kind of lesson. Ah. Julia, Nofika preserve us. She's fainted. We must withdraw. Darky, quickly, back to the boat. We'll carry the Forseer. Aye, that's right. You slink on back to your mistress, you worthless curs. Okay. We'll take care of Leah. You best return to the Ark and seal and report to Mistress Aubergine. Back to Limsa we go. Since we're here, we'll pick up the next part of the job quest, and then if it allows, we will continue this queue. It is good to see you well, Dargy. Gaze's friend sent word ahead of your travails. An unfortunate turn of events, but considering the infamous black heart you faced, you might have feared much worse. Have you heard of the pirate Dazmaga? He was exiled from Limsa some years ago, but it appeared he has chosen to defy the Admiral's orders, and once more he dares lay a hand on Forseer Kalia. The poor lass must have been terrified. If I had known Tasmaga was aboard that ship, I never would have assigned her that duty. The assessor may require some time to recover. For Clea, that man is a nightmare made flesh. Though her physical wounds will soon mend, there is little we can do to salve the hurt to her mind. You are concerned? Angry, mayhap? Harness that energy and channel it into your training. I predict we shall be needing your skills again before long. Okay. Another skill. Actions and trait. Enhanced leadership points. Ruby or command. Here, armory chest, and upgrade here. Ugh, another robe. Okay, and Art and Guildmaster 3rd version appears unusually distressed. Greetings, Laggy. In case such doubts fill your mind, you should know that I am ever willing to lend an ear if you find your thoughts trouble. At the very least, I would have you know this, because it seems that Kalia does not. The force here has been missing since this morning. There have been other times when she has disappeared without a word, but we have always been able to find her. Alas, that is not the case this day. Were the guildmaster here, he could deduce her whereabouts with nary a moment's concentration. I find myself beginning to wonder if those who devote themselves overmuch to Arcanima are more prone to bouts of wanderlust. But while I might wish to ponder further such oddities of character, we must needs organize a search party. Would you be so kind as to make inquiries in Hawker's Alley? It is not uncommon for Kalia's wanderings to take a path through the markets. You seek a Makote agent of Mealvan's Gate? Well, yes, I have seen her. Spoke with her, in fact. She was, however, apprehended by the Yellow Jackets. The assessor was drilling me for details about a Chichin smuggling ring based in Ailport, but then the soldiers arrived and took her away. If you wish to know her fate, then I suggest you speak with Ganid of the Coral Tower. The Marauders Guild. Ganid. Corsair Kalia? Yes, we brought her here in for questioning regarding the reappearance of the pirate Desmaga. A member of the Arcanist Guild, are you? Then I see no reason to conceal the nature of our discourse. Perhaps you are already aware of this, but the Forsair was once held captive by that rabid sea dog. Few pirates sink to such depths of depravity as Desmaga. It has been 6 years now since he was exiled from Limsa for engaging in the worst kind of black market trading, and now the villain has returned. He is, however, both cunning and cautious, and continues to evade our troops. Thus, we hope to borrow the knowledge of Forsair Kalia, whose experiences have given her an intimate familiarity with the way the scoundrel operates. At least, that was our intent. After weathering a barrage of questions from the assessor, we found ourselves instead providing the details of our search. Should you wish to speak with Forsair Kalia, I imagine she has already returned safe to your guild. And back to the guild we go. Back out, Betty. You were led to believe she had returned here? I am afraid not. So the Yellow Jackets told you something of her history with Desmaga, did they? Perhaps it would be best if I told you the entire tale. Desmaga's banishment was the result of a surprise inspection that revealed his involvement in an underground slave trade. The assessor that stepped aboard the pirates' merchant ship spoke of finding dozens of unwashed unfortunates crammed into that squalid hold. Among those prisoners was a young Mikote, destined for some black market auction block. Though Kalia was initially too terrified to even speak, the guildmaster brought her out of her fearful daze with the gift of an initiate's grimoire. Yes, the self-same tome that she has carried her entire career. Of course. Of course. Did you not mention that Kalia's grimoire was thrown into the sea? There are rumors that a Chicherin merchant of ill repute has retrieved the black market goods the crew of the Morning Star heaved into the ocean. Even now, he gloats over his salt-encrusted catch in Aleport. It is entirely possible that the Forsaker's most prized possession was caught up in the Chicherin's salvage net. I have no doubt now that Kalia has reached the same conclusion. To Aleport with you, Daigi. That is where you will find our wayward assessor. up here. What? Where is she? Of course I can. Yes, yes. Combat pattern 256 should serve to cover all expected contingencies. You never know when you'll have to nullify a thaumaturge or two. My retrieval strategy is complete. Taiki, it is good of you to come. I was unable to calculate for certain if you would piece together my movements in time. Very little is certain when so many variables are involved. But there is good news. This prisoner here was kind enough to confirm that the trader who salvaged the Morning Star's jettison cargo did indeed retrieve a tome matching the description of my lost grimoire. Lumenson law and the policies of Milvan's Gate would support the confiscation of goods connected to an official inspection, but alas, my personal belongings do not fall under that definition. Thus, I intend to launch an unofficial offensive against this black marketeer and his cronies. The peddler has already departed for Candlekeep Bay. It is time I gathered to me such allies as I possess, and I count you as one of them, Thargi. Despite the nature of this endeavor, Mistress Thubergym has offered me her cooperation. If you would pray join her at Oscon's Embrace, that is where we shall ambush the disreputable Chichin. Oh, nice. Okay. More running. How do I want to head down there? Lower Laosia. First, let's go back. Oh, I have a minute. I have to wait a minute for my teleport to be up. Oh, and this? Yeah, no. I'll wait a little bit just for... We want to... upper decks and downs. Upper decks. Downs. See ya. Oh, I'm going the wrong way. I started following. I started following the player that was just on my screen because I saw that they were also in Arcness, but I think they're on even lower quest than I am. On this. Nice little side quest to that fleet. And we'd be packing away again. Greetings. Your rebel completes our small company. You are equipped for battle, I trust. We need not await Helios' arrival. Once the Chicherin appears on the bridge, we spring our ambush. The strategy for trapping our target relies on the two allies we have concealed on the other side of the ravine. This pincer maneuver was, naturally, the Forseer's idea. As for the target himself, the Chicherin is known as a careful and cautious fellow. He travels with a small retinue, so to avoid attracting attention, but do not be fooled. More bodyguards follow at a distance, and will likely join the fray after hostilities ensue. Do not, however, expect any assistance from the Yellow Jackets. They cannot be seen aiding us in what amounts to a personal matter, but they are willing to turn a blind eye for Kalia's sake. In any case, the Forseer's tactics account for our limited numbers and individual strengths. Victory is all but assured. Now let us take up our positions and wait for the Chicherin to arrive. Oh, level 24. We're a little under level, but that's okay. Well executed, everyone. Were you able to retrieve my grimoire? Peggy, pray hand over the tome. Here you go. It's ruined. My wonderful grimoire is ruined. The probability of repairing this degree of damage is 0%. Even the most brilliant strategy cannot undo such ravages of seawater. Ah, no. I've never felt so defeated. I believe it's time I returned home. Leave her be. But how can I? He's right, Ishtada. You must allow Kalia time to process the loss. And you have other matters to which you must attend. Come, Thargi, it's time we return to the guild as well. We have to? Main story doesn't pan out here. Okay, first things first. Before we go back to that, run down and grab the aetherite. Because we will likely be coming back here. Me. But also I have 150-ish seconds until my teleport back to Limsa's up anyways. So we might as well just kill some time while we wait. Okay, and I want to finish the job quest survey. I want to do. I think since I'm already out here, we'll see if we can do some of MSQ. Since it's like right here before we have to go back to Limsa. Probably a million fresh quests out here. You have a missive from the Forge Master, Hananza. I suppose it pertains to the pending arrival of the materials I ordered over a moon pass. Let's see it then. Blast and botheration. Another delay? I am well aware of the shortage of skilled artisans, but this is insufferable. My apologies. The messenger does not deserve to bear the brunt of my frustration. Might I have your name? It's Thargi Latte. Thargi, is it? Well, Thargi, this proud maiden you seek, taking shape before you, is the Victory, the first new vessel to grace the dock since the calamity. We may have lost the bulk of our ships that fateful day, but starting with this beauty, we will restore the Maelstrom's fleet to its former glory. The Victory is more than a simple warship. It is the symbol of Limsa Lominsa's rebirth from the wreckage wrought by the coming of the 7th Umbral Era. Thus, we are striving to complete her construction as swiftly as possible, even going so far as to hire veteran shipwrights from outside the thalassocracy. Yet even with such unprecedented measures, there are never enough hands to handle the abundance of tasks. Should you choose to linger at the docks for a time, there is no end of odd jobs for a hardworking adventurer. Be you fair warned, there is no place here for layabouts and troublemakers. Nice. Okay, boots or... This is for my class, so let's just take the shoes. that we need. And let's quickly put it into armory chest and equip it before I forget. Our look is not matching. Atbrim is looking for a member of his crew and the items he was supposed to deliver. Where in the seven hells is that man? Not once in 12 moons has he been late with a shipment, and now 2 whole turns of the sun without a single word. A shipwright of mine, a young man named Frilsmid, recently left Candlekeep Quay to retrieve several crates of supplies ordered from Limsa Lominsa but has yet to return. I have sent several missives to Haldbroda, but his replies are always the same. He does not recall ever seeing the right, nor the supplies he was scheduled to collect. That man knows something, and I severely doubt he is telling me the whole truth. As I cannot leave my post, I would ask you to travel to Candlekeep Quay in my stead and inform Haldbroda that if he insists on playing these games, I will personally see that he is transferred to Turtleback Island, where he can rot alone in the middle of the sea for eternity. Okay. And I think we'll stay out here and progress MSQ a little bit before we... I did it too. Okay. Before we progress a little bit and go back to Limsa for our job quest, because I think my job quest is already... Yeah, it's level 20 and I just hit 20. So I was under level when I did that one, so it's okay. I will find out. And we're going this way. So yeah, we'll do MSQ to kind of catch up because we're behind. We're on level 12 MSQ. Oh no! No! I was gonna res him! Oh no! Man, he didn't see me right here. I had my swift cast ready to... So close. Yeah, it's that self-righteous dog. Atbrim doubt that I've ever told him anything less than the truth. Oh, this music. Oh my god. Hang on, let's just get rid of this. Wait, was he just... these guys hit kind of hard. Okay. Okay, it's the self-righteous dog Atrim doubt that I've ever told him anything less than the truth. Right, doubt. Yes, doubting you. Turtleback Island. Cannot do that, can he? I swear on my poor Nana's grave, Navigator rest her soul, I know not of this Frilsmid, nor his precious supplies. Hells, we here at the Quay have had enough trouble these past few suns. What with the sinking of the Lominson cargo ship off the Salt Strand. I haven't had the time to take a proper piss, let alone make note of every scrag that wanders off in the grip. Alberta has a suggestion for the kind adventurer who came bearing Foreman at Brim's message. Now, the way I see it, if you have time to be standing here questioning my character, then you most certainly have the time to get that arse of yours down to the Salt Strand and help us search for survivors of the wreck. Who knows? You may just run across this Frilsmith everyone seems so eager to find. Here's to hoping the Navigator hasn't found him first. Running. I think we'll just power through MSQ and try to catch up to our level. Oh, where am I going? Frilsmith, here you are. I'm Frilsmith. You say the foreman's wondering on me whereabouts? I thought he might be, but you must know, I cannot show me face at the dry dock until I've righted the terrible wrong I caused. 2 nights past, I made the trip from the dry docks to Candlekeep Bay, just as the foreman asked. The seas were right rough, and the captain of the cargo ship was wary of bringing her too close to the cliffs, so I paid a few coins to a fisher to take me out to meet her. By the time we was halfway twixt shore and ship, the swell had risen to on 10 yalms, and 'twasn't long afore the waves had hold of us. Try as we might to steady the boat, nature's grip was too tight, and we was flung headlong into the Lominson galley. When I awoke, both ships were gone, and the cargo I was to collect lay strewn across the Salt Strand. I's made every effort to salvage it, but the sands are crawling with cheering, and I ain't a one with a sword, and now you see why it is I cannot return to the dry docks. Oh my god, that was so hard to read. Okay. Okay. We'll just run. Maybe. Yeah. Got all your stuff, Rosmith? That night I was tossed into the sea like some doll of rags, and it weren't long afore the world round me faded to black as I slipped deeper into the abyss. But lo, the navigator wouldn't see me to the gates of the seven hells, and I woke to find myself washed ashore, and here I's been ever since, waiting for a chance to salvage me master's cargo. Here you go, the missing parts. I don't know how I can repay you. Rip Bozo is the name of that character. I'll deliver the supplies right away, but first I must stop by the quay so that I might pay me respects to the widow of the brave fisher who gave his life for a handful of coin. The timing on that. Could you tell at Brim that I'll be back at the docks by nightfall? Many thanks, adventurer. I will not forget this kindness. Oh my gosh, wait. I kind of wish that... Wait. Was that not the marauder that died earlier? That'd be kind of funny if it was. The one that I couldn't, You're gonna go check? Can you check? Is there a way to check? Oh, that's funny. I hope that was him. Whips cap. No worries. Right here. Some armory chest. Save. That is not the way. My audio is popping and staticky. Is it still doing that? Just game audio. Like, is it still currently doing it? Because I hear it perfectly fine. Yeah, it's still acting up a little bit. Did that help? Let me see if I can refresh audio. Turn it off and then turn it back on real quick. Is it okay now? Seems good now. Okay, maybe we just had a little bit of a lag spike. Thanks, Boogie. Hi, Rip Bozo. Hey, wait, how did you get here before me? Did he die? Oh, wait. How did you get here before me? Wait, was he doing a leave quest? Then he would be able to teleport back here. Maybe. Maybe. Dude is everywhere. Yeah, if he was doing a leave, he would have like teleported right back here. So, maybe. I am relieved to hear that both Frillsmith and the supplies were unharmed, though it was foolish for him to believe that I would blame him for that, which it was obviously out of his hands. You see, there was no storm that day, and the seas here adjacent the dry docks were as calm as slumbering child. This leads me to believe that the trouble the ships encountered off Candlekeep's Quay was of a less natural sort, and the sort which the Sahagan have been known to conjure. Processing none of it. I just read. Victory Foreman Atbrim is recommending you for an important job involving dry dock security. Thargi, while I originally had doubts about your motives, you have repeatedly proven yourself an asset to Nadiks and Vimelis. I still do not like you, but that does not mean I do not trust you. Kim Thara, head of the watch here at the dry docks, believes that pirates may be plotting an attack on the Victory, and she requires assistance investigating a group of unsavory individuals making camp nearby. I have recommended you for the task. Why, thanks. Despite all Limsa Lominsa's endured before, during, and following the calamity, the fact that there are still those who would turn their backs on the city-state so that they might line their pockets with a few handfuls of coin. Just the thought of it sickens me. I'm over here. You handed it over here, and I'm over here. Oh gosh. Okay. Yes. Pay attention to other people's names. That's funny. Big Willie. God. Bog Dog. Big Willie. Oh god, these names. Ah, yes. I had a feeling you would be the one at Brimsend. Since you first arrived at the Morabay dry docks, I have had my men watch you. Oh, there's no need to get angry. I make it a point to keep an eye on all those new to the area. It is simply protocol. What a guy. And you'll be pleased to know that nothing incriminating was found. You appear to be a model citizen. That and the foreman seems to think somewhat highly of you, which I must admit is quite shocking. The man doesn't even trust his own mother. Wait, what? Very well then, I assume Atbrim informed you of what your task would entail. The pirates we believe are conspiring to raid the dry docks were last seen making camp near an ancient stone called the Mark of the Spinner. I would have you approach the men posing as a lost adventurer and see if you cannot somehow learn of their intentions. Kanango, stationed at the rear gates, can provide you with an exact location of the camp. Kanango. Thargi, haha, I knew it. No more sardines for Kanango. Tonight I shall dine on the finest salmon on the peninsula. Why? Well, I had a little wager going with some of the other guards on who Atbrim would recommend for the next job. My money was on you. Ah, the job. Yes, of course. If you follow the road past the gates, the southeast, you will eventually come to a barren cape with a single large stone half buried in the cliff overlooking the sea. Followers of the 12 say it's a holy place dedicated to Nemea, the spinner. I'd be surprised if the pirates camped up there were aware of that, though. Okay. Where am I going? Okay. This way and around. Confront the suspicious individuals. Confronting. I'm giving you the count of 9 to step back on that path and carry your veteran arse back down to wherever, or to whatever rock it is you crawled out from under. You see, is add up to meet ears with your type. Roaming the hills like they was yours to roam. It's getting to be that a man can enjoy a mug of rum without some shite bright breath outlander running up asking which is the way to the local leaf meet. 7 L's if I know. I'm a bloody pirate, god damn it. Balls. Once we have me boy back, I'm putting this godforsaken pisshole of an island so far behind me, ain't no one will remember I was ever here. Come on, Scrags. We's knives to sharpen. I really like the updated graphics effects. Like, the color and shading and stuff looks so much better than last time I played, I'm pretty sure. Yeah, I'm pretty impressed with how well the graphics actually is. Yeah, right? Like, what is it? I never noticed how clothes actually look wet when it rains in the game. Tragic Heirs. The name of that character. Everyone's out to die today, apparently. So the trespassers are indeed pirates, and they are indeed planning something. But what is this talk of getting me boy back? Could it be that their target was never the victory? Something is not right, and I won't sit by idly waiting for those pirates to make the first move. I shall order increased patrols immediately. Thank you again for your help, Darky. It appears we were wise to put our trust in you. I am so over-leveled on job quests that I have gear that is now underleveled. So we will just take money. Or whatever the elegant pieces are and just sell them for money. Because what else am I gonna do? Oh hey, it's Rick Bozo again. I kinda wanted to say hi. The newest hot fad equals dying. Maybe. I haven't died once yet. Kim Thada, a captain of the watch at the Mora Bay docks, wishes your aid in dealing with potential intruders. I'm concerned that it appears the pirates I had you investigate are on the move. Uh-oh, you just jinxed yourself? Come on. As someone who has heals, I better be paying attention to my health bar. Especially since I'm currently doing MSQ that's like several levels under my current level. They creep ever closer to the dry dock, so I must assume they mean to target the Victory herself. That ship is the symbol of everything Limsa strives to become, and I will not allow these base scoundrels to lay a single finger upon her hull. My money is on gravity beating. Maybe. I don't have as much problems with movement as I used to when I used to play this game a year and a half ago. I haven't run off any cliffs this time. We must apprehend them before they put their plans into motion, and you, Darky, are just the woman to do it. Without your capable assistance, I fear the security of the dry docks cannot be guaranteed. Not moments ago, my guards submitted reports of suspicious activity in the area. Pray begin your efforts by listening to one of their accounts firsthand. It matters not who you choose to speak with, but be sure to question either Ur's wrist at the front gate or Kanongo at the rear. Any suspects, saboteurs you encounter during the course of your investigation are to be interrogated. Report any and all findings directly to me. I'll have some faith in you. Thanks, Boogie. That means so much. You know, I can't remember what cliff I ran off of, but watch it happen again and that be the same cliff. Hail, adventurer. Glad to have another hand aboard to help shore up security. The gods know our reports would sit on Kim Thada's desk, gathering dust if it weren't for the assistance of those such as yourself. Speaking of reports, though, I saw one of those mangy pirates lurking around the cliff near Empty Heart. I'd take a closer look before he has a chance to cover his tracks. Okay, and around we go. Artivara Moontra. What a name. Mine's not much better. Tairgi means strawberry in Korean. Literally a strawberry latte. Okay, are these gonna aggro onto me? We'll just, you know, get rid of them and make our job easier. Oh, what error message did I just get pop up? Give me just a second. Okay. Shifty-eyed sailor. Ah, spotted me, did ye? Well, you're too late. What's to happen is already happening. Fine. Can I jump? Will I survive? It won't even let me jump. Walk around we go. Aha! The cliff. Let's not. And say we did. I can survive this fall. Game is protecting you from yourself. I bet I could have survived that fall, you know? Okay. Level 18. Wow, did we go through that many MSQs already? Victory in Peril. So, you found me one of those pirates, did you? I knew you were the right adventurer to ask for aid, but what could these knaves be planning? At the ship now, soldier. Pirate. It's soldier. How many seem to be carrying? Clarity, you heard the situation. I will see to this man's wounds. Oh. Look like one of those, the robed people in Kingdom Hearts. Where am I going? Oh, we're on a timer. Where am I? I'm right here. This is also right here. Pirates. Defeat the pirates. At the docks? Am I stupid? Where am I going? Oh, I found it. Oops. Wrong heal. Meant to shield. Okay. Next. The docks. You must secure the docks. Is my stream lagging? Hang on. Yeah, it is. Hang on. Let me double check on some stuff. There, it should be better. I never reckoned this it'd be this easy. Still don't trust those slimy bastards, but their plan works like a charm. Ugh, what are you doing, you great bloody fool? Shut your trap, boy. This'll be all over soon. All that's left now is to blow this ugly pile of driftwood into splinters. Why would you do such a thing? Have you any idea how important this ship is? What it represents? Aye, and that's what makes it all the sweeter. Whatever it takes to knock some sense into me, treacherous backstabbing son. Imagine a boy of mine giving up the pirate life to become a shipwright and building a bleeding maelstrom vessel like that. What under... oh my god. Lim lanes, wide green ocean made you take up with these self-righteous shites. You're the one with no bloody sense, da. Don't you see? The pirates had their glory days, but that era is over. Ah, I wondered why Atbrim never spoke of his father. I never would have thought. The ship's a symbol, all right, of everything what went wrong with the world, and I mean to shatter it into 100,000 pieces. 100,000 pieces. Jesus. Kimthara, Thairgi, pray beat the tar out of this bloated sea slug and make sure no harm comes to the victory. I gotta beat up his dad. Oh. No, clicky, clicky. What just hit me? Looks okay now? Okay, that's good. Sorry, I forgot that I had a video trying to load in the back. I must be getting old, letting some green venture get the best of me. Duh. That's one big bloody shit. Big and nasty looking. You made that, did you? Not that. No, we're still at a level 14 quest. Oh my gosh, she's back! Bree! Hi, Bree! It has been a long time. Welcome in, welcome in. My thanks, Larky. I shudder to think what may have become of the victory without your intervention. Ah, the pirates have made a right mess of things. I'd best get to sorting out the docks. And my thoughts could use some sorting out as well. Ever did my father have a way of turning my life upside down? Pray convey my thanks and my apologies to Grimthara. How fare you, Tharky? I cannot begin to thank you for the role you played in preventing this madness. You defended more than a simple ship. You saved the budding hope of Limsa Lominsa from a violent demise. The day was yours. It seems our security regime will require much in the way of improvement if we are to truly keep the dry docks safe. Atbrim apologizes. Well, I suppose I can understand why he would feel responsible for his father's actions. Of all those involved, this incident was hardest on him. But in time, I believe he will come to a single conclusion. The most fitting way of moving past his anguish is to see the victory completed and in the water. Ah, by the way, the pirates we defeated have been handed over to the Yellow Jackets. Rainer's men will be taking over the investigation. Before the Yellow Jackets moved in, however, we recovered a most unusual object. Should you have this time to spare, I would ask of you another favor. Did you get a new gaming laptop? Yes, I did. I did probably... When did I last go to the States? I went to the States back in January or February. Was it this year or last year? Either way, yes, I did. No, it was last year. My... Yeah, and then that fixed my login issue that I was having with the game on my previous laptop. So yeah, but it did just take me a little bit of time to kind of like want to play the game again after putting it down for so long. And news of like, you know, the new expansion and everything in the game being like lively again due to the expansion just made me kind of want to come back and play. So we're starting over on an alt. Although I wasn't too far into the game to begin with, even on my main, right? I only got to 3.5. I mean, it's a long ways from now, but I don't remember anything that happened in the game, so I figured might as well start over and kind of get the hang of things from scratch before maybe moving back to my main. Cute avatar, just want to pet. Yes, you can pet her. Wee. I should add a little thing to pet my avatar. Yeah, we're just playing on my alt until I guess like, well, I left off at level 70 on my main account, so maybe when I get back up to that story and complete post Dragon Song again, then maybe I'll play on my main after that. But there's a lot of things that I wanted to do differently on this account. Glad to see you back. Thank you. I'm glad to be back. If we ever get a chance, do you still play, Bree? If you do, we should try to play together sometime when I level myself up a little bit. Or I guess if I catch up. What? You guys have an alt on Kraken? Wait, Ollie did not tell me this. Maybe that's why he told me to create an account on Kraken, but like I was looking through all the different FCs in case I did want to stick to this character, like just in case. I was like, I might as well create my character on a world that has an FC that I would want to join, and there's an FC here that has players from Australia and Korea specifically, and that's my time zone, right? So that's why I created my character on Kraken. Yeah, I mean, if you guys want to play together sometime. Wait, I just thought about it. What? Thought about what? Okay. Why don't you do New Game Plus on your main? Does New Game Plus allow me to play through everything again, like from scratch? Like, I thought that was like looking back at story. Yeah, he told me you were back. We made small FC. What's your FC called? Curious to know. Nice Lad. There's a character named Nice Lad. After all the people that were trying to die, there's a Nice Lad over there. We had Rip Bozo and what was the other guy? Big Willie. Yeah. Wait, Boogie, can you, if you have the time, can you explain what Game Plus, New Game Plus is? I mean, I kind of feel bad that I already have this character going, though. I don't want to abandon her. You forgot the name of your FC. Check what you can actually do in New Game Plus. Okay, thanks, Wiggy. But we're thinking of changing it to the Lala clan. Oh my gosh, if you guys are, you guys are sticking to only Lalas, I would seriously think about joining. Lalas for the win. Yeah, but anyways, since you just came in, this is my new Lala. You can't really see. Hang on. Can I change your clothes? Please. This is my new Lala. Her name's Thaigi Latte. She named after Thaigi in strawberry, which is Thaigi, which is strawberry in Korean. So she's a strawberry latte. And we Nikes for a little bit. Put on my gear again. But yeah. That's that. Kim Thada wishes to entrust you with an important task. Taigi, in light of your role in recent events, there are a few others to whom I would entrust this task. Since we last spoke, a curious missive has been discovered amongst the very personal effects of Atzafine, the pirate behind the plot to sabotage the victory. This missive was penned in the most unusual script, a script we believe to be some manner of code. Needless to say, anything which a proven enemy of Limsa Lominsa deems worthy of enciphering is like to be of great interest to the Maelstrom. Unfortunately, none among us can make any sense of the message. In cases such as this, I am told the Yellow Jackets are wont to turn to Baderon and his convenient connections. Thus, I would have you deliver this missive to the proprietor of the Drowning Wench. Into his hand and no other, do you understand? Oh, I love the hair. Thanks! The hair was modeled after my little on-screen avatar. It's silver and purple. Yeah. Oh my gosh. No, it's nice to see you. I can't wait to see your alt. Okay, wait, I need to go back to Limsa. Okay, perfect timing. I can go turn in everything else that I have too. Everything else being my job quest. This time around, we are only focusing on MSQ and job quests and not getting sidetracked by all the side quests, or trying not to be. This is very hard. When I hate just like turning around and just seeing a million side quests. I hate it so much. So much. Also, I probably have to go in about less than an hour. I have plans with a friend of mine to get dinner. What business have you with the Admiral's Lift? Tea and crumpets on the bridge, is it? In possession of a permission paper signed by the relevant authorities, are you? The Admiral's office quarters are no place for sightseeing. If you seek the Drowning Lunch, try the Crow's Lift over yonder. Oops, wrong lift. Yeah, I have to go in less than an hour because I have dinner plans with a friend, and then we have an event that we are going to afterwards. But I should only be on for like a few hours, 3 or 4 hours at most, and then I should be back to stream again. What time is it for you guys? It is 12:39 a.m. in West Coast, right? Ahoy there, Thargi. I've been hearing about your deeds at the dry docks. Atbrim laid out the entire tale for me. Poor Sod was still reeling at his old man's part in the business, but at least he kept the victory from being sunk afore she sailed. And for that, I owe you my thanks. You've really made a name for yourself here in Limsa, lass. Folk know that when they need summat doing, you need summat doing, and what might that be? Translation, please. You want someone to read a message written funny letters for you, and Kim thought I might know a man as could. Well, let's see then. I reckon I might know a candy bugger what can read stuff like this. Ugly sod by the name of Batteron. Yourself. You're you know, you're like one of me regulars now, Thargi. You've never let me down, and navigator help me, I recognize I can trust you. Kim thought I was right to want this message deciphered. We've got us some trouble brewing here, and no mistake. Get ready for action and I'll explain. Good to have you aboard, lass. Now then, where to start? Badoran has a task for a trusted adventurer. Back when I was younger and nastier, I earned me living as a sellsword. A sellsword. In that business, if you wanted to know what your enemy was up to, you had to learn to read the others. You prized from the cold dead hands of its mates. That's how I came to know how to read your message. Give me a second. Keep on getting an error message on my PC. Okay. Truth be told, the script was only too bloody familiar. Them's Hagen letters, lass. And I should know, I've got more fishback messengers than I can count. It gets worse though. The plan to blow up the victory is all in here, right down to the fine details. Looks like they meant to raise 8 kinds of hell in Western Lonosia. Then at the Maelstrom's new flagship in the confusion. Then hit. Okay. The point being, the attack on the victory weren't the act of the few rebellious pirates. It was a key part of some candy bastard's grand plan. But if I'm reading this right, the attack itself came much too early. I'll wager they panicked when they saw you was on to him, rushed in to do the job, and buggered it up. The tattoo-faced bastards, as they say, was paying at Brim's old man. They're with the Serpent Reefers, right? But none of their crew was there, was they? Did they have something better to do, or what? I don't know. 7 L's. I read it all backwards. That mess at the victory, that was meant to be the bloody distraction. The fishbacks ain't interested in the maelstroms, baby. They're after men. Just like they've always been. They're sending their pirate lackeys after a civilian target. This bit about rising hell in Western Lonosia, that's where it'll be. Some Matt tells me Swift Perch is about to get hit and hit hard. Here's a rough translation of the message. Take it to Commodore Rainier at the Coral Tower and tell him he's in for a busy day. Oh, and give him a hand, eh? You can be damn sure he'll need one. New Game Plus basically lets you replay everything. Like, playthrough content, but not... My understanding was it lets you play through content, but you don't gain, like, experience from any of it, right? What I'm, I think, like, most interested in, though, is, like, does that mean that I still have all of my skills because I'm at level 70 and just, like, if I run things that are lower, that I'll have less skills, like, start over from the skills, or would they just be, like, not pressable? Because what I'm concerned about is learning the class one by one, skill by skill, is what I think I need, right? Instead of seeing my whole freaking toolbar and being overwhelmed with that. Because that was overwhelming when I first started playing years back. Well, the mantle of adventure does not drape so awkwardly from your shoulders as it once did, but while questing alone can certainly brings its own rewards, you haven't truly adventured until you've delved into some darkened dungeons, stalwart comrades at your side. Bindi Cat. Ancient ruins, echoing taverns, and all manner of deadly places lie hidden across the realm. And these are best conquered in the company of trustworthy allies. And such advice holds true for many a formidable foe that would crush a solitary adventurer. How one fights in a party, however, is often drastically different from how one fights alone. Thus did we construct the Hall of the Novice, where we endeavor to prepare you for those differences. The hall can be found just north of Aleport in western Lanusia. Within its walls, we offer burgeoning heroes a bevy of training exercises. Step into the flames, my friend, and forge the skills you shall need for the morrow. You now have access to the Hall of the Novice, registering for training exercises by speaking with one of the smiths or selecting Hall of Novice located under duty in the main menu. Fair enough, just wanted to provide options. Yeah, I'll maybe before I start my stream later on tonight, I'll take another look at it and see exactly what it is and how it works, and see if that's a viable option. If it is, maybe I'll do that instead, and we can put a Therapy on back burner. But if not, I may just play through Therapy until I get up to level 70 and to post Dragon Song again. Hall of Novice. Let's see. I know that if I complete everything at the Hall of Novice, I get a ring that helps with experience up until level 30. We're at level 22. We have all the boosts. But you know what? We'll do it anyways. Avoid the enemy's attack. This exercise, you'll be learning avoidance. An enemy often tips his hand before a big attack, and your best defense is to skip out of the way. You pass the exercise once I decide you've learned this lesson. Everything is clear, I trust. Say the word when you're ready to begin. avoid the attacks. Watch your opponent carefully. When you see an attack coming, move out of the strike zone. Kirby! Whoa! Wait. Ah! Light work for God gamers. No. You know, after dying to one too many AoEs, I think I can try to avoid them now. Always prioritize AoEs is what I've learned over the years. Nicely done. Learning to avoid the obvious attacks is a skill all adventurers need. Those who insist on standing still won't survive the profession. And speaking of survival, perfecting each of my lessons will earn you a piece of armor to aid you in your chosen role. Should you feel so inclined, repeat the same lesson with the other masters so they might reward you with equipment tailored towards their fields of expertise. Here's your prize for completing the exercise, but remember, the real prize is the lesson you've learned. Avoid AoEs, yes. Oh my gosh, first piece of gear that I think would actually look nice. Yes. We're getting somewhere. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete your training. You are under no obligation to finish the final exercise, of course, but there is much to gain and not to be lost in the attempt. Yeah, we'll do all of them right now. I need the gear. Not need, want. Want the gear. Let us proceed directly to the briefing. When it comes to your place in a party, you are the sharp end of the spear. Simply put, your role is to inflict as much damage as possible while keeping your own skin intact. To win, you have to not lose. As such, you cannot just attack whenever or whichever enemy you please. If you strike a foe other than the one controlled by your ally, then you risk becoming the target of deadly aggression. As you might have guessed, the purpose of this exercise is to teach cooperation. Your ally will hold the enemy's attention. It is your job to take the foe down. So tank be tanking and I be DPSing. Understood. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy and we can move on to the next. Everything is clear. I trust. Say the word when you're ready to begin. Yes. Okay, tank. I'm the pole. You know, it teaches you about positionals in this thing, except like it goes so fast that there's no time to read about it, really. I should really slow down the speech bubbles. Did you mark the sturdiness of your ally taking the enemy hits? Coordinating efforts with a heavily armed defender will allow you to fight to your fullest. Here is your prize for completing the exercise, but remember the real prize is the lesson you've learned. Nice. Go, little strawberry. Yes. One piece of nice armor at a time. Oops. They get rid of this stupid robe. I don't like the robes. Just make me look so ugly as a Lala. I'm hiding behind everything. According to my records, you have okay, defeat an occupied home. Let's speed run this ish. Okay, brief me, Master of Arms. For this exercise, you'll be fighting multiple opponents. Take the key to victory is coordination with your comrades. Such, I'm gonna focus this all. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Everything's clear. Yes. We've got to get the action. Yes, we do. Wait, if I eat, will I get exponential XP in here too? Are you prepared to commence training? Yes. You know what? We'll do it just in case. I didn't see if we actually got XP. I'm not reading. Strike the wrongful 5 times when you kill it. Sorry. Oh, it's not gonna... Wait. Pretty mini skill game. It's fine. I have so many eggs thanks to you, Boogie. Dang, spamming buttons like a true MMO. I'm much better now than I was a year and a half ago. Thank goodness. I didn't get gear. I want pretty looking gear. Defeat the enemy while avoiding attacks. Okay, let us proceed to the briefing. Do you remember the lesson where I had you evading enemy attacks? Yes. The exercises will put that training to test. You must needs plan your strikes around some fancy footwear. Work with your allies to defeat the enemy, and we can move on to the next training exercise. Everything is clear. Just say the word when you are ready to begin. I grew up so fast. Engage the axe wielder, but keep an eye out for counterattacks. You allow yourself to be hit 5 times. Let's start this exercise again from the beginning. Crap, I should have. Oh. It's 5 o'clock. I have about half an hour before I need to go to dinner. We'll get through as much of this as we can before I have to leave. Please get me out of this robe. I cannot wait for glam. How ugly the beginning outfits are. How to deal with enemy reinforcements. As the battle progresses, new foes will appear on the field. These sudden arrivals will target your weakest comrades, so you must be quick to eliminate them. Weakest? Work with your allies to defeat the enemy and we can move on to the next training exercise. Yeah. Can I heal my ally? Can I appeal for reinforcements? Okay. This is easy work. Leveled up. Wash. Doing this to get the ring to help me level 30 and probably watch me get way too close to level 30 after all of this. In this exercise, we will learn to manipulate the battlefield. During the battle, enemies will pour forth from the rear gate. New foes will continue to flood in whilst this portal remains open. You must operate the lever that closes the gate, or your party will be overwhelmed. Can we let the party get overwhelmed and see how far we can go? Work with your allies to defeat the enemy and we can move on. The Lola enemy wants chaos. Which gate? That gate? Flood of enemies, the flood of one enemy. Yes. Main gear. Oh, I almost hit discard. Oh my gosh, that's so much. Okay, that no, but this looks so much better. Makes out with you is a character name. Look at this. Look at that. Oh, nice lad is back. Nice lad. According to my records, you have yet to fully complete. Oh. Final exercise. Do I get a hat? Now this week's the final exercise. As the culmination of your training, all the skills you've acquired will be put to the test. Put your lessons into practice and you'll do just fine. Say the word when you are ready to begin. I'm ready. Let's begin with the basics, shall we? Pay attention to the enemies facing. Successful slide pass. I love it. Sorry, I know you guys asked me something, but I can't read and focus at the same time. Multitasking, not my strongest feat in an MMO. What error message? Do I want a small donation for fashion?